You're good.
My track just decided to stop by itself.
Yeah, that's
It's like the power went down on it, and then it came back up.
you can't blame a power outage on this one though.
No, seriously, it was weird, man. I had a big ending planned too. Anyways, hey, welcome to our live stream today. It is March 13th. 2025. Can you believe it? Time is ripping by.
It sure is.
Anyway, I'm here with Wes. Say hi, Wes.
Hey guys, good morning everybody. Thanks for piping in.
And Gail's working the message board. And here we are for another live stream. This is the live stream right after the Jazz Fest. But first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining me this morning. Without you guys, I tell you, we're not going to do this. And I really appreciate a lot of you loyal people. I think it's so nice, and I'm blessed. So thank you. And the same thing with the Jazz Fest. We had so many friends come, guys that we've now made friends with, and it's really cool, man.
Yeah, I have a little video that I'm gonna show here we'll show it in a few minutes here, but yeah, it was really fun, man. What a great weekend.
Oh, it's crazy. And you know what? It went by like that. It's like you plan all year for it, and you get so sick of planning it, and then once it's here, you don't want it to end. And then it ends, and it's done, and I think, what happened? I'm trying to relive everything that happened. It's like, oh, dang, I need a couple of days just to think about everything, so...
Hey, did you press the button on that receiver? I can't hear my thing over here.
How about that now? No?
No.
How about this one?
No.
Which button? The tape button?
I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the tape button was pressed. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Cool.
So now I know how to mute you.
Well, you can't mute my mic, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a blast. It was fun, and we're already trying to nail down some details on next year and stuff. So we'll show you that video here in a bit. But yeah, if you guys missed it this past year, get ready for next year. It's going to be fun. Mark your calendars now for March next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that particular song that I was playing is called Twisted Rhythm, and it's around rhythm changes with a different bridge, and it's on the Jumpin' Java album. So I gotta always put a plug in for that.
Right.
Because I'm guilty of not doing that.
Let's see who's here. Tom in Connecticut says it's spring-like in Connecticut today. Lucky you, it's pouring here. John's in western South Dakota, 60 degrees there. Nice. El Guitarro, 69. Just got an Epiphone Riviera semi-hollow body archtop guitar. Retail $6.99. Got it at Guitar Center for half price on clearance.
Holy cow, that's great.
How is that for an affordable jazz guitar, huh? Yeah, that's pretty...
It's a casino. Is that what he said?
Riviera.
Riviera. Is that hollow body? Is that all hollow?
I think isn't that the 335 thing?
It looks like a 335, but it might be more like a 330, so it's hollow.
Either way, killer deal on that, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go.
Good for you. That's great.
Big Steve in Olympia. Mike Brandenberger. How's it going, buddy? He's in Dallas. Don Spain. Had a blast at the Guitar Fest, he said.
Hey, Don.
He's gearing up for Yosemite.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, he just signed up. Andrew in New Jersey. Locke was in our class last night. He's been up late, just like us.
Hi, Locke.
Rodney T. What's going on, Rodney? He came to the fest. How's it going? David Bronson.
Didn't Rodney...
TPC in Point Vedra. Huh?
Did Rodney win something there?
Yeah, he won some strings and a shirt or something, I think. Something like that.
Did he get it?
Yeah, we mailed it out to him. He should have it, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good.
Kirby is in the house.
Kirby, what's happening, man?
Frank, Raina in Texas. What's up, Frank?
Frank.
How's it going, buddy? Carl Clayton, how's it going, buddy? First time in chat for Carl.
Hey, Carl, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Love it.
Any relation to Clayton Picks? Steve Clayton?
Jim Hammond, also in the class last night. How's it going, Jim?
Jim, what's up?
I think it was Jim. Was it? Maybe not.
Yeah, I think it was.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don Boudreau, how's it going, Don? Don's in Maine.
Don.
Jim's down in Moore Park, also raining. VLV 21199 in Massachusetts. Julia Claverenja. I just butchered that. Sunny Florida. Awesome. Gerhard, Butch, Kirby, Bill.
Butch.
Yeah. Thanks,
hey, Butch, how you liking that new guitar? He bought a guitar at the jazz. He made. I tell you, you made Tyler Wells very happy because these guys come to these shows and a lot of times they never sell anything, you know. But Tyler was very happy. He was so happy that he brought out his bottle of whiskey and shared it with everybody.
Heck yeah. That little clip of Butch is in the video
I'm
about to show. Bill Nelson did say that the Riviera is hollow. That's awesome. That's
great. Good for you, man.
So like $350 for that from Guitar Center too. I'm guessing it had to have been obviously used, but that's a great deal, man.
I wonder how many times Stairway to Heaven was played on it. I hope they didn't ruin it.
Right. Hey, Rob. Rob just popped in. Sunny for now in Newbury Park.
Newbury Park. Love Newbury Park.
Should we show this video?
Yeah.
Or do you... Go ahead.
Well, you know, I wanted to mention to Don, because I don't know if he heard this, and Don does a great Elvis impression. He that's what he does for, you know, his gig. He goes out and does Elvis impersonations. He's very good at it. And he's not only that, he's a great guitar player, man. So usually that doesn't happen, you know. Usually Elvis impersonators can do 2 chords. But Don can play about 2,000 chords. But I wanted to mention Don because when I did this gig with Wade Newton, you know what he opened with? Yeah, he did that whole thing, and then it went into... He did CC Rider, and then he goes, Bright lights in mind, Viva Las Vegas. So I thought, wow, it's like playing with an Elvis show. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
Did he change the words to Viva Modesto? Viva Modesto. If he didn't, he should have.
He should have. That would have been funny.
A huge hit for all those people in Modesto.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don also has a lot of great guitars too.
Yeah. Butch said he didn't see any whiskey. Well, you didn't stick around. You went to bed.
Yeah,
That's what you get for going to bed, man.
Yeah, it was late night.
Well, that was Sunday night too.
Yeah, I was kind of wrapping up the show.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to show that then?
Yeah, let me see if this audio is gonna work here. Hold on.
David Bronson, he had a great time San Ynez at the Jazz Fest. Thanks, David. It's nice to see you. And he's been joining the live classes and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, a lot of guys have, which we'll talk about that in 1 second. So yeah, here's this video. It's beautiful.
Appreciate it.
How many guitars do
Got
you
a shake on camera. 6.
6.
All but 7, I'm selling 1.
Got it.
Got to fund this one.
Yeah.
Opens your ears up to these sounds so that then you have it in your ear, you hear the chord, and you go, oh, that.
I see. No, I see it. What's that?
Oh, this is a
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah, Japanese brand.
Yeah, with Charlie Christian joint on it. too.
Yes, yes.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna wash my hands and come back and play it up.
So yeah, that was a little taste of that Jazz Fest there. It was a really fun time. Sorry about the audio. That was only coming out of one channel. I think my cord's blowing out here, so bummer. But anyway, I will have some more videos coming out. I want to do kind of like an actual highlight video where I kind of talk and do stuff and talk about what happened, and because there were some really fun moments, as a lot of people were mentioning, and yeah, like I said, we're trying to get the dates locked in for next year, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
Yeah, we'll make sure to let you guys know.
Also, we had some great vendors there, and I was so pleased. One of them, Harold, he I met Harold a few years ago at a guitar show, and he's a wonderful player, but he deals in used guitars, and so I invited him, and he came up, and he was kind of, apprehensive, just because he's been burned at these guitar shows. Sometimes you go there and you don't sell anything, and it's like a drag. But what happened is he ended up winning one of the Hendrickson amplifiers. So Tony Cook won one, and so did Harold, and he was on the way home when you called him, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we called him in the car, and he was pumped. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice amp, Bud 10, $1,700, and so yeah, congrats to Harold and Tony. Yeah, Tony was in the class last night, said he's liking the Hendrickson. He already had a couple, I think, one or two, but anyway.
Tony does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think
I don't think he has a Bud 10.
he
but
doesn't have
had
the Bud 10.
Yeah,
no,
he had
so yeah.
Bud 6. And then, let's see, Jeffrey Saxophone Tall Newton. Fest was great. Couldn't miss that guy. How's it going, Jeffrey? He's cool. He was bringing it. He has a Eastman. I forget what model it was. It's a Eastman. It's a 7-string guitar.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he took the nut, put a 6-string nut in it, so it's like got a wider profile in it because he's got huge hands. But
yeah, well, that's a good
mainly
idea.
a saxophone player, but now dabbling into guitar.
Wow, a guitar player that can play sax.
Yeah.
There's only one other person I know of, and that's Don Sawyer, that can do that, and he's excellent at both.
And
God,
then
I just lost the damn tuner.
let's see. David says wanted to mention how impressed I was with the drummer and bass player at the evening concerts. Yeah, those guys are really good.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, the first night was Daryl Voss, who is always working in this area up here. We were lucky to get him. And Ken Hustad, same thing, excellent bass player. The next two nights, Dylan Johnson, excellent, totally excellent bass player, and my good old friend Gary Newmark, who, when you play with Gary, it's like riding in a Cadillac. It's so smooth, and the time is so great, and it's just a joy. So, yeah. So that was fun. Pat Evans, what's happening, man?
So Mom put the dates in there, the 13th through the 15th, so 1 year from today. So we pushed it back a couple weeks because it was so close to NAMM. So
Yeah,
a lot of people
true.
were like, "Oh, we just got done with NAMM and we're just trying to recover," because NAMM's obviously a huge deal for a lot of these companies. So
Plus
hopefully this will give them some breathing room between the.
Plus, they have to get over Namthrax. Usually, you get sick there.
Right. Yeah, and Rob asked, how's it going, Rob? Did you do an interview with Mr. Asaba? I did. I talked to him. So that'll be part of the highlight video. Is one of his very few performances in the United States. And he was playing with some big dogs. They just threw him right into the mix, playing with Tim Lurch and Bruce Foreman, and he's right in the middle. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, he's a friend of Bruce's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, so that's coming in a highlight video I'm making.
Yeah, that'll be nice, Wes, when you get all that done.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you want to take a ride in that Cadillac that you were talking about, Gary is going to be at the Yosemite Jazz Guitar Workshop.
Yep.
So you get to play with Gary every single night.
Yep.
So-
And Todd Johnson. Well, and one of Todd Johnson's students.
Right, you know, right.
And Todd is such a great educator, and he gets those bass players whipped into shape, boy. So they really know what they're doing, and it's really great. So yeah, the workshop is going to be a blast. It's such a blast. So anyway, we got to get ready for that, don't we?
Yeah, that's kind of the next big thing. And then also, too, the next thing we're gearing up for is the next Guitar College live class. Instant arrangement.
That's on the 18th.
Yeah, on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So switching up the times a little bit for you guys. This one's going to be really interesting. I'm interested to see this one. Watch Rich create a chord melody.
Yeah, I'd like to see that myself.
Right? Yeah, what are you going to do? How are you going to...
Well, I'm going to do a tune. I think
I can see clearly.
Oh, that's
now.
right. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So I'm going to, I guess, just kind of do the thought process through the whole thing, you know? Because there's many things you can do to a song.
That's I think what people want to know is the thought process. Obviously, you know, like why is it okay to pick this note, or you know, I think that's what most people are just afraid to like. Oh, I don't. That's not what this person would do or that. But it's really like, well, you can do it if you like it, right?
Hey, it's America. You can do
if it
anything
sounds
you
good
want.
to you, like then do it that way.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yeah.
so hopefully you'll.
I thought I saw Gephardt on here.
Gerhard is here.
Gerhard. Oh, we got to get over to Norway. I want to go there. So you'll have to help us set something up. We're not getting any younger. We got to do these bucket list things.
Yeah.
You're right? I mean, we could do a workshop over there. Write the thing off.
Anyway, if you guys want to sign up for the live class, it's guitarcollege.com/live classes, and you can sign up for $44. And again, 1 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday, so kind of a early afternoon, late afternoon, depending on which side of the country you're on. And hopefully it works out for some guys in Australia. And but yeah, these have been a lot of fun. This is the last one on the schedule until we get some more on there. But you're going on vacation.
I am. We are leaving the 22nd for a cruise, 7-day cruise to Mexico. Pina colada time. I told Gail, you know, I got to get my Speedo out because and some gold chains because I want to lay on the beach there in Mazatlan. You know, in my Speedo with some gold chains. I think that would be a nice sight to see. I don't think so.
You got your cruise wear all, your cabana wear.
My cabana wear, yeah.
Your white. You got some white sneakers.
Your mom just bought me a new robe for it.
Oh, nice.
So I can have a smoking robe. Now I got to learn how to smoke.
Paul P. Man is here. What's going on, Paul? He really enjoyed the festival. Highlights for me were checking out Wayne Goines' class, which that was a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Really liked Nate Lopez's class also. He did the fingerstyle toolkit. Found out about David Blake. Really enjoyed his playing. Another highlight, meeting Steve Swan and playing the beautiful upright bass that he had with him in the exhibition area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bass distributor or works on them and stuff. And anyway, he brought a ton of wood. And, you know, being I had saw him at a guitar show, and I said, you know what? We're going to have a bunch of builders there. So you might want to come and get a table and display your wood. You know, he's got all this beautiful wood that he's helping a friend sell. And so everybody, he gets it all set up, and which was a pain. It was rough. But something's going on there. But anyway, so we get it all set up, and I get some of the luthiers over and said, what do you guys think? And he says, well, we build arch tops. This is all for flat tops. I'm like, really? Oh, whoops. I didn't know. Now I know. He says, you know, like Tyler says, you know, we start with a piece of wood this thick to carve an arch top out of it.
Yeah, right.
And so, oh yeah, that's right. And Steve's only got the little thin stuff for flat top guitars. So okay, all right, I learned something.
Stitch Fam is here. Who is that?
I don't know.
What's your name? He was at the fest. He says he bought a Samick, so I'm guessing he bought one off of Patrick.
Oh yeah, Patrick had some nice guitars there for the decent price, huh?
And then quote of the day from Don Spain here. Last time I displayed my wood, I got arrested. Attaboy, Don. That is solid. That's a solid joke. Yeah. But yeah, there was definitely some good stuff. I didn't realize that about Steve's stuff. I was, Greg Stitch. What's going on, buddy? How's it going?
Greg.
I didn't realize that about Steve's wood though, because I was wondering why it was so thin, or if they you bend it or to, I don't know, put it in some mold to make it arched or something, or.
Yeah, no,
But that makes sense if it's just flat.
Yeah,
top.
but he did have sides. He had a bunch of sides and necks and stuff, and.
Well, I mean, all those guys.
They make their own necks. And
well,
stuff,
and they make flat tops too. You know, they.
Yeah.
Well,
he did sell some wood.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure. Like, I mean, Brad Corney brought a couple of his flat tops there because he was like, why not? You know.
Yeah, sure.
All these guys, every person in that. At that Jazz Guitar Fest has a flat top acoustic.
Except me.
For sure. So, well, you need to get one.
I gave them all to you. So,
P-Man said that Steve said wood was meant for sides and backs. Anyway, really enjoyed meeting him and visiting with him. But, interesting.
Yeah, that is. Interesting. Very. Oh boy. Well, you know, this particular segment, do you want to get into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
This 372. This was the Eastman entry-level, somewhat entry-level anyways, guitar, a 175 copy. The thing sounds pretty damn good and plays great. It's got a pretty substantial neck, which I'm really surprised at. It's got big shoulders, and but it feels like a one from the 50s. So I'm actually kind of impressed with that. This, I don't remember these being this way, so this might be kind of just maybe the way they're building them now, or you know, they're still kind of they still are handmade, you know. So I got the new price list from Eastman, and the tariffs have taken effect, and so every guitar had gone up, $50 or so. But this particular one is a laminate maple, sides and back and top, 2 pickups. This has an ebony fretboard, ebony pick. What is this thing called? The bridge, ebony bridge. Nice tuners. The pickups, humbucking pickups, I don't know exactly. I think it's their windings. but it's a nice sunburst color, beautiful. And I worked on this morning. We were talking about, hey, let's do it on this. And I got the guitar out and I thought, I got to set it up so it plays like butter, baby. And so I did. And so this thing plays great.
So just rattling through a couple of the dimensions here.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Neck, 3-piece maple neck, ebony fingerboard, 12-inch radius on the fingerboard. How do you like that?
I like it. That's standard.
Neck profile, traditional even C.
Even C.
Is what they call that.
Okay. Even Steven C.
Bone nut with 1.72 inches.
So it's almost 1 3/4.
Yeah.
See how I did that math?
24 and 3/4 inch scale length.
Yep. I like that.
Body depth 3 and 5/16, 16 inch across. Where are the pickups? Oh, Kent Armstrong,
Okay.
HPAG 1. So those are both of them.
But I don't know what it is about this particular one or change. Maybe it's those pickups. I've had these before. This thing sounds freaking great. Hey, I don't know why.
And yeah, so this one does have your custom strings on it.
Yes.
Those are the 48, 38, 28, 20, 15, 13. You can get that at guitarcollege.com/strings if you guys want to buy some of these. And then it's going through the Mackie mixing board, so there's no amp here.
Right on. Okay.
So how does the how much work did you have to do to it? Like,
Well,
to get it to where you wanted it?
I had to recut. Just to file down the nut in a couple of spots, because and it's dangerous work. You cut it too low, and then it's a pain in the ass to build it back up. But you can do it. But so I just lowered this string and this string. I think those 3 strings. You know what the hardest part about getting this guitar ready was? I put the strings. When I took the strings off, I took these 3 off because I didn't want the bridge to move. I took these 3 off, and I ended up putting the high E, the B, and the G, these 3 on over here, and I went to turn it around, and I thought, what the hell did I just do? I put the wrong strings on there. It's like, I remember doing that one time at a music store. I don't know, I was restringing it upside down, backwards or something. Completely restrung it backwards. But anyway, yeah, so I had so that was the time consumer. Had to take those off, get some new ones and stuff. Yeah, but that's about it. Lowered the action. Usually you've got to file down the bridge because the way that they do these, sometimes the bridge is too high. You got to file a little notch in there for the thumb wheel. Didn't have to do that. So everything is just totally bitching on the guitar. It's all ready to go. What do we have it priced at, Wes?
I think we have this the demo model price here. East $11.95. I think this because we demoed it at the Jazz Guitar Fest.
Yeah, what do they list at?
You can get them new at Sweetwater for $13.59, I believe. So yeah, if you guys want to see more pictures, got the specs link. It's all right here. But yeah, $11.95. It comes with a real nice hard shell case as well, which you can see when you check out the more pictures on here. But yeah, so save yourself I don't know, $150, $200 or so off that.
Yeah.
Plus you get a free year subscription with the Guitar College library. So I would love to compare these two. Is there a way we could play something that's maybe the same or something? Or
Which two?
Well, that one, all of them would be great. Maybe just play like one chorus of like one song or something.
Sure. Finger style or band?
I think we want to hear it with a band.
Okay. Okay, dokie, Wes. Wes is the producer of this show. You never mess with the producers. All right, hold on. Wrong file. That was my Shadow of Your Smile off the Gift album, I think. Jeez, come on, man. Sorry, Wes. Having a hard time here.
All right. So yeah, so I want to compare this one. We have the D'Angelico Premier EXL-1 coming up next. That one also is $1,200 range. We have that one up on the site as well. Let's see. And then this Guild will be coming up a little bit later. But these guitars are great for the price. Here's the Premier. Yeah, so same price as the Eastman. Only difference here, you got the floater. They do make one that does have a single humbucker, but they have definitely been selling quite a bit of those. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
What are you playing?
Wine and Roses. Let's give it the true test. Now, ready?
Well, we do want to hear it acoustically, so.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Play it acoustically, though, so we can hear the volume level there.
Okay. Acoustically on which pickup? Just kidding.
Tim says a sweet mid-range on that. It does sound really good for.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
The thing's a winner for $1,200. It does sound super good.
I know it.
I mean, it sounds like a high-end jazz box. You shut your eyes and.
Right.
That one doesn't have. That one has a lot more of a. Sounds a lot more like other guitars than most Eastmans.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, the other Eastmans, usually have floaters and, they're all solid woods.
Well, even the 403, that doesn't have a floater. That has two pickups.
Yeah.
And it has that Eastman sound.
Yeah.
That guitar just sounds like more like a Gibson or something,
It does.
They really kind of nailed the duplication of the sound. Even because some of their other archtops sound so different. So much different.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I've got a question for everybody out there. On a single-mounted pickup or double-mounted, whatever, do you think the top is X-braced or parallel braced? That's the question of the day. Like I don't know. I want to say it's parallel braced, but it could be X'd. I don't know. Could you please inform me on that?
somebody has to know that for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Let me get this other one. What?
yeah, get the D'Angelico.
Okay. Hold on here. Try not to kill anybody.
So Big Steve says parallel braced.
That's what I thought. Now, did you know Wes Montgomery's the guitar that he had with the one pickup with the heart? That was originally an acoustic guitar, and they put a pickup in it, and it is X-braced.
Huh.
That's what I think Tom Van. What's his last name? Ben. I've met him a few times. Wonderful guy. He's the authority on archtops. Tom Van Hoos. I think it. You know what I'm talking about, Wes?
No. I mean, I've heard of the name. He obviously never met him, but
He apparently was able to really get a good look at that guitar. Because it was in a fire, and then it was restored.
right.
Okay.
All right, so same strings on this thing, and going also right into the mixing board. Right off the bat, this thing has way more
Presence as far as. It's
I
like,
mean, just
dude, here I am, man.
Yeah,
in
it's,
all my glory.
with the which we've done a demo on this guitar in the past.
Lower output.
I'll try to get a link to that in the chat.
Man, they sound good. I played that Birdland in the beginning, and I've been playing that Birdland so much, and then I get on some of these, and I think, holy cow, that's big. I'll play the track.
Okay. That one, yeah, that's super smooth too, but little more like bite to that guy.
Yeah, it does have a little more bite. I would say it's the pickup, but I don't think it is.
I mean, that just kind of sounds like the D'Angelico sound though too, you know. Like
Yeah.
I was noticing that during the concerts with Mark, where he was playing the Soho, and it was very just
Bright.
had a lot of brightness and a lot of cut. So that's what reminded me of that. But it's still smooth though. So it's kind of this has kind of a nice balance between the two. And then Dane said, Dane Nobody 4, I know I love my D'Angelico Premier, which is a couple $100 less than the Eastman if you're buying them brand new off Sweetwater.
Yeah.
So
What do we have this one for?
we have it the same price as Sweetwater, $11.99. But give us a call because you get some perks with us, and yeah. So I think the Eastman sounds a little better. Personally, I probably would gravitate towards the Eastman. I think it's just a little more balanced, but
Right.
yeah. So Mom said, gee, both those guitars sound great. Maybe you should get rid of all your other expensive guitars and you should just play those.
Honey, we will when we're old. We're not old yet.
And then Randall Vandergriff has popped this in the chat a couple times. Check out the two Ivy Jazz boxes under $200. Thick body and thin body guitars. So this is what he's talking about. This is the thin body one. Do you have one of these, Randall? I would love to hear your take.
Do they
on it.
have a fat one?
I think so. That's what he said.
$200. Jim, did you buy one of these? I think Jim bought something like this for a couple $100. And you had Rob work on the frets, I think, and stuff. So, there's always that. But
I think this is the thick one right here.
I've seen this before. Yeah, I almost bought one of those. Let's buy one.
We should. The thick one's a little more expensive, but that's cool looking though.
Yeah, it is cool looking. It's
Although
crazy.
that tailpiece looks like it's plastic. Looks like it's one of those like
I
like
got
something a trophy is made out of. You know what I mean?
it. Yeah.
It's like plastic, but like dipped in
yeah.
chrome.
Yeah. Hey,
It's cool looking though. That's an unmistakable design there with the 3-piece
yeah.
top. But yeah, I wonder if it doesn't have a lot of info on like the specs or anything, but
Just think those little China kids building that guitar got 50, well, maybe a nickel an hour. Sweet. It's got to support those poor little kids. God. I can't imagine. How can they build that? I mean, you would think that the freaking wood would be that much. Oh, I read somewhere it does come with a little can of Roundup in case the wood starts to sprout.
oh, interesting.
Yeah. Talk about green. Hey, wait a minute. Greg said something here, and he said, the trick about Gloria, it's an E minor, and then to the D. I think it's just because you lift your hand off. It's weird how things are. Like I played Walk Don't Run forever. And then one day I with A minor, and then one day I heard it on the radio and I thought, wait a minute, he's playing major. We let the theory get in the way. Well, it's got to be a minor, right? So, but that's cuckoo. Anyway.
Jim said he bought 2 of those.
Oh, really?
The Ivy Thin one for 140 and then 165. 2 of my students bought them as well. Love the guitar.
Really? Well, Jimmy,
I need to
Ralphie,
bring that up, Jim.
bring it to camp.
Yeah, or come up one day for the live stream.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
And then let's see. Danielle says my Frank Vignola 680 took it out a few nights ago. Got a little squirrely on me.
Took
I
what
think I
out?
must have the gain up a little. Previous time out with the guitar, it was well behaved. Bud 6 amp both times. Some feedback problems with the Frank Vignola Eastman
Oh, yeah.
680.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, I had that Birdland when we were playing with Bruce and Mike, and that thing was feeding back, and it's like, oh, God. It's just, you got to stop in the middle and play. It's like, jeez. Drives me nuts. The stage volume, you got to get away from the bass player. That's number one. If you're next to the bass player, forget it. And and I was talking to Sean McCowan. He was saying the same thing. He was playing a Tad Brown, which those Tad Brown guitars are freaking beautiful,
Yeah.
and they sound so nice. And he said, "Yeah, man, I was fighting feedback the whole time." So it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, those Tad Brown guitars do sound huge.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. He sent me one of the videos.
Shall we? Before we
Here, hold on. Listen to this.
okay.
Listen to how fat this guitar sounds. It's only going to come out of one channel, sadly, but
I got another chord somewhere.
I know I just don't have time to find it. Hold on, it's loading. But this guitar, it sounds so unbelievably huge. Let's see.
Is there a video?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it sounds amazing, and sadly it's only on one channel right now, but I'm gonna have more of this in the highlight video and stuff. But yeah, those guitars are insane. We should do a interview with Tad one of these days. That'd be fun.
Well, you know, the guitar sounds great, but he makes it sound great.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Well, I mean, it's not just...
I don't... You know...
Here, listen to this one right here. Yeah, this one is an acoustic.
Now that, who is that a Tad Brown? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Donovan.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, he's definitely got a few of these videos on here that are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They all sound great. So yeah, we'll have to get Tad on here and to talk about those guitars, and
Yeah.
you should get one made from him.
Yeah, him and Sontag, you know, I was talking to him. He makes a great guitar too. It's like, then what? All right, so we did this one.
Mark Larkin says the double pickup Eastman sounds very much like the L5. The double pickup Eastman sounds as good as Gibson ES-175. Unbelievably stunning tone. Yeah, I agree. That the thing sounds good. But you know what? The guitar you're pulling out now, this thing also sounds really good for. So this is same price range. This one is we have on the site for I think the same price.
Yeah, I had sold this to a friend of mine that lives up here. He's an engineer. His name's Greg, and because he wanted to be a jazz guitar player. And then he decided, it's really not for me. And so he gave it back and got something else. He got that T64, and he's happy with that.
Did he end up getting it? Because I need to take it off the site.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
Gotta find my tuner. I lost it. This is a solid top guitar.
So yeah, that's another thing for the price of that. I mean, there's not many solid carved top
Not at all.
arch tops for $1,200. Or I mean, at least we're selling it for $1,200. Let me look at the list price.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, these strings are old strings. I probably should have put some new ones on it. But I think it's got more of a woody tone.
I mean, yeah, it does. It sounds like it sounds more like an Eastman. That
Oh,
Woody or Eastman sound, which is from the. Yeah, I feel like you really hear that top. How is the neck on that? Because the neck on the, according to the website or Sweetwater here, which the guitar is actually $15 or $14.99 retail.
Really? God,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
At least this blonde one. They don't have the other
And
one.
it still
stock.
is a solid top, right?
That's what I was looking at in
Doesn't say.
top material, solid spruce.
Yeah.
But the neck I was talking about, it says vintage soft U for the neck shape with a 9.5 radius. So that's somewhat different from that Eastman. So is that noticeable, or what do you like better?
You know, so it's got a 9 point, so that's like Fender scale radius. I'm assuming that the sometimes these bridges don't conform to the radius of the neck. And see, the action on here is a little high for me right now. So I could get this to play better. But the radius I thought would make a big deal for my hands, you know. Oh, well, maybe it does. Usually I can't play that chord. Wow, Wow, Son and Gun. Wow. I swear to God, I can't play that chord. So, you know, because you look at your finger here. That radius is actually a 7.25. But a 9-inch radius is better than a 12-inch. 12-inch is pretty straight, you know. And then some of them have 15. It's totally straight. But, yeah. Wow. And my hands are swollen today, so I don't know what's with that.
Yeah, so same scale length, though, right? 24 3/4.
It is? I thought it's 25 and well, maybe no, 24 3/4 probably.
Yeah, that's what that one is.
Screw it, I'm going to keep this. Take it off the market. I mean, I love that woody, it's got that woody sound.
Yeah, it's a good deal that for what we have it up here for, because it's barely been played. I mean, Greg had it for what, a year maybe?
Hanging on the wall, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, did a lot of wall hanging.
Right.
I've taken it to shows. A lot of people pick it up and play it, and nobody, you know, pulls the trigger.
Let's play the Wine and Roses.
You're reading my mind, Wes.
Yeah, right.
You're a freaking mind reader.
Yeah, so that thing definitely sounds really good. It's got its own little voice there. It's cool.
It does, yeah. It's got I think a real throaty in the low end here. Bruce Foreman said something interesting. Since he went to the Charlie Christian pickups, he felt like he gained a couple of strings here. I think he was on a live stream when he talked about that, because on humbuckings these get a little too mushy dark, you know, and with the Charlie Christian, it felt like he can use these strings now, and you can hear them. They're not masked with the bass. Now I kind of feel that same thing with this guitar. You know, one thing I did this morning is lift up the treble side of this with a little tape underneath it, so we get a little more balanced. I didn't think it was as balanced as it could have been, but now it's very nice. So anyway.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to, can we go back to the Eastman?
Sure.
Because, I mean, I think clearly it's between the Eastman and the Guild, right? I mean, the D'Angelico is nice, too. Definitely. D'Angelico has the look and the...
That you want to know better?
And then probably would work well in a band setting, too, because it's just, like, biting through everything, you know?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So, those are definitely two good options, for sure. But yeah, that Guild, I think, definitely has the most unique sound out of all of them.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But I think for me the most impressive would probably be this Eastman, just because of how close it sounds to a 175.
You know, it's amazing how light this is, lighter than that Guild. You would think that being solid wood and this being laminate, even though that's 17-inch, and it doesn't have all those pickups, that guitar is heavier than this. So what's with that, Wes?
Well, that's what Tom was just asking right now. He was saying, how would you describe the differences between the Guild and the Eastman? Obviously, one of them is the weight.
Yeah,
and lighter.
The Guild is 17-inch, so it's a bigger voice. But you know what? On Eastman's, they built the tops thin. They're always thin. Now that's a medium top, wherever that guitar is right there. That's a medium, like an L5 top. Well, here's an L5, and the top is about twice as thick. But
wait, is that true with like a 175 too?
Yeah, they have a pretty substantial top. But this one, I think, is a little thinner than your stock 175. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I... See, now I can't play that chord on that guitar, on this guitar. Weird. God. I can do that one. Maybe it's the angle of things. Fingers aren't as flexible as they used to be. Things aren't what they used to be. But hey, we all know that. That's things ain't what they used to be. All right, need I digress here? What are we going to do? Want me to play a tune on this?
Sure. We can play something different, maybe. Unless you want to play that one again.
I want to... I was going to play Someone to Watch Over Me.
Great.
See that? Yeah. I think it sounds pretty good. Let's play, here's a nice little tune. Oh shoot, I forgot the music in the house. That's all right, I think I know it.
All right.
Well, You Needn't by...
Let me see.
Now this is really exciting. This is next level, guys.
Maybe I had to play the L5. Let's hear a comparison to the real deal. Shall we?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, then.
Let me see.
Hold on to your hats, kids.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Boy, that's the truth. Come on, Wes. Talk
There's
to
got to
him.
be a better, easier way for like these guitar switch. One of these days, I'm going to come up with some way to make these guitar switches not 13 minutes each.
Well, why don't you?
One of these.
You could be over there and just, you could have them over there and you could just hand them to me.
Yeah, you need like a rotary like wheel that just like wheels them around. What we need to do is get rid of that overhead mic too, so you stop slamming the headstocks into the mic.
Okay.
I on the chord.
Oh, you got to plug these damn things in. Ba da 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 ba da da da.
Danielle says, I've been working on that tune for a while. There's a lot to remember, especially if you include the intro.
What song? Someone to Watch Over Me? He's probably, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so this is the real deal.
Now I feel like you need to play the song you had been playing the whole time.
Wine and Roses?
Yeah. So you can, right off the bat, you hear it's like the first like 10 seconds of the song, you know which guitar sounds the best.
You like the Guild better?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it sounds better for sure. It sounds different. It's not. It definitely is a different sound. I don't know. Bill is wondering, how far do you have the tone knob rolled?
On this guitar? Three numbers. Three numbers, something like that.
Yeah.
Here's wide open. I'm thinking I'm going to put the original pickup back in this. Putting it back original. I don't know why.
Do you mean the back pickup?
And, well, I had changed this one out, too. This is a Howard Rendell Wall, which is a dark sound. This guitar would have originally come also with the nylon inserted, which I do have. I might put those in, too. Try to get it back. Except the only thing not original is the tuners. I love these tuners. I can't put the original ones back on because they don't work worth crap. They're too old and worn out. Let's play something up. Does anybody have any questions? Let's get some questions.
Yeah,
in
question.
Here. We got a Washburn dog-eared P90 Birdland style from Korea. Used under $250.
That's cool.
Free from my family. Thin body with Florentine cutaway. Wow.
Yeah, that'd be a sweet guitar for sure.
Jim
And he
Rolfe.
also said he has a Jay Tercer jazz box that he really likes.
Oh, yeah. Just recently died is Greg Bennett. With
Oh, really?
Samick. Yeah.
Bummer.
He made his mark, didn't he? All those guitars he designed. Here we go.
What song was that?
Well, you needn't.
Nice.
You needn't ask. Thelonious Monk.
Tom brought up something. He asked. Let's see, where did that go? Sorry. Rich, just curious. Do you still have that '70s Ibanez Johnny Smith? I thought you had sold it. I might have had it confused with something else. That one is still there, and we just you just dropped the price on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the '77 Ibanez Johnny Smith. It's now $29.95. But yeah, sweet guitar.
Yeah, that is super sweet.
And it's like
That's all solid woods too.
Right.
Yeah, it weighs a ton, but it's a beautiful guitar.
It's in really good condition too.
Yeah, for a '70s, good grief. Yeah, so it's impressive.
Right.
That's the second one I've had. I had another one that was a little bit older and also in very fine shape. But yeah, some of the guitars, the Ibanez back then, the pick guard and everything, the binding falls apart on them. But these have been well taken care of. So if you buy it, please take good care of it, and it'll be good to you. Like Kenny Burrell says, you know, if you don't play your guitars, they get mad at you.
This thing is like flawless, man.
I know.
It's literally like
Yeah.
killer. Everything on it.
Kill.
Even the binding is like
Yeah, the
pretty
binding.
white still.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad.
So anyway, Tom, there you go. Pick it up, $29.95 price drop.
With the original case. Yeah,
there's a bunch of guitars on here, man. We need to unload some of these.
Hey, I wanted to show them this pick.
Sure.
This pick right here. Where can you go up close? This pick is by Strum & Comfort, Greg at Strum & Comfort, and it's a John Pisano design. It's called a shark tooth. So you see the little end on it? How weird it is, kind of. And I feel like you can surgically play. I don't know what the feeling of it is. It's like, wow, you can really, really be exact. I get that feeling with it. This one's got the Eastman endorsement on the back. But I got these from Greg Atkins with Strum & Comfort. And I'd recommend these picks. You ought to give them a try. I gave one to Wayne Goines at the fest, and he just was going off in it, and he wouldn't put it down. So, yeah. So check them out. See the little frog on this? That was John's thing. He had a little frog on everything. Go to his house, and he had frog statues everywhere.
Yeah. And speaking of that, we just got a brand new Paisano in here, this AR480CE at $14.99.
That's a great guitar.
Great guitar for the money right here, which we'll pull this thing out pretty soon. But yeah, it's beautiful. If you're interested, you already got some people calling about this one, so.
Yeah, it's true. That's brand new. It's freaking great.
Yeah, for $14.99, you're probably not going to find it for that price. Not a brand new one, at least. So.
Lockheed has one of those.
Right. Yeah, and the one cool thing about the Paisano is all the little appointments. You know, like you said, he's got the frog. It's got a different tailpiece.
It's got wood
knobs. The knobs, and that wood. The wood binding.
Yeah, the maple wood binding.
Yeah, that's like easy to overlook, but it looks so cool when you get up close to it. That picture is not the best, but.
And then it's also look at how many plies of binding there. Now Locke's got one of those. I think he still likes it, don't you, Locke? Hey Wes, see if you can find a shot of the headstock. because it's got the magnetic.
Truss rod cover.
No, it doesn't. No, it's got that. That just has the one that screws on there. Yeah, so it's got a nice John Pisano's headstock design. So he designed that whole thing. Him and another guy, I forget his name. But, which, by the way, John's wife called me, and I think she still might have a couple of his guitars that are available. Hey, do you know if George Benson ever sold that Wes Montgomery?
I do not. But Locke says he still does love that guitar.
Oh, good. Yeah, what guitar did you bring out, Locke, to the fest? Just curious. He's been on a buying spree. Which I can't blame anybody. You know? When I was 16, my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said something shaped like this. She bought me a guitar. Ha ha ha. That's one of my classic terrible jokes.
The Benson expensive one's gone.
Oh, it is?
The $1 million one?
No way, really?
It's not on here anymore.
What is that one for 35? Oh.
That's his main touring guitar.
But I thought a lot of these were already sold.
They are. It does say sold.
Oh, it does? What about, is the Wes Montgomery in there sold? No.
Not that one. I mean,
The fifth, is that it?
because he has a few of them.
Oh, I didn't, yeah, it looks like he's restocked the inventory.
These are all sold.
Oh.
All of these are all sold.
Okay, so the Wes Montgomery is sold.
Well, but for some reason it's not up here anymore. Whereas all the other ones that have been sold are still up here saying they are sold.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's sold or not. It's taken down, but
Interesting.
his main touring guitar, that seems like a pretty good deal. 35 grand. There's no way you're gonna lose money on that. That thing's gonna go up after he dies. It'll double your money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you might be waiting a long time.
Oh, well, how old is he? He's
No, he's 80 something, 82 something, 83, I don't know.
yeah.
Crazy. Well, let's see. Any questions, comments? Anybody? Jim Roth likes this pick. I see that in there. So this particular L5 has the 5/8 nut, and it's like a real rounded neck. Like half a circle. So I don't know, I guess that's a C. Or half an O. Wow, it's St. Patty's Day pretty soon, huh? Right? I forgot what key I'm in. So we'll have to do that song next week. So we'll have one next week, a live stream, right?
Yeah.
But then not after that. So we're gonna plan some good things for next week.
Locke says he brought the Danny Cop because it was an artisan show.
Oh, wow. Now, did you carry that on the plane, or did you have to check it in a real fancy case? Just curious.
There we go.
Oh, let's see.
I'm also thanks for the tip there, Locke. He sent me a tip along with a few other people, Rodney and David Bronson, thanks. Paul, P-Man, appreciate you guys.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
There's a
Thank
link
you.
in the chat if you guys want to contribute. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Anyway, so
Well-
anyone have any more requests? Questions? He checked it, he said.
You did. Wow. Okay. Wow. So, you know what? We did a class on rethinking scales last night. And one of the things that I want to give a little taste of what we did. We break up scales into two halves, upper and lower tetrachords. And one of the scales that I think will really help you, that's very easy to understand, is the diminished scale. You know, the thing about the diminished scale is when you get locked into, okay, it's whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. But if we break it in half, here's what we get. Going close here, Wes. On a C-sharp diminished, a diminished scale is actually two minor tetrachords. So a minor tetrachord is whole step, half step, whole step. Two minor tetrachords, one built off the root, C sharp. The next built off the flat 5, G. See it? There's my first one. Here's my second one. Here's my first again. Here's my second one. So when we see a diminished chord, immediately you can jump to the root and then jump to the flat 5 and play the minor. Remember, a minor shape, tetrachord shape, could be this, it could be this. It makes understanding like a diminished scale, which some guys get really confused on the thing, myself included. But when we break it down like that, it makes it so much easier. So if I have C sharp, go to the flat 5, play a minor tetrachord. Go to the root and play a minor tetrachord. As opposed to learning a scale, you know, that's not the hardest thing in the world. I get it. And then we C sharp diminished might go to a D minor. So then I learned to resolve it. And then or it could be minor. Get it? So, yeah, that particular class, now that'll be available, I think,
Yeah.
someday soon.
Yep.
But you might want to check it out. And I think it's really good when the guys join me live because it's so much more fun and they can ask questions and it makes it a lot more fun for me too. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
I mean the questions are great. Like that's the beauty of it because a lot of these concepts they're hard to understand, and then someone asks a question, and then that opens sparks the light bulb for a bunch of different people. So the questions don't just help you, they
Right.
help other people too who may not have thought of that particular thing. So it's one really cool thing about it. And then, like I said, you get a good group in there, and it's fun. Everyone hanging out and
Yeah, it is fun.
listening to your terrible jokes.
And we got what? We have a lot of the same guys, the loyal friends of mine that have supported me over the years, which is great.
Right.
Tim
And
Patchen
and you get a lot of
Tim
stuff. I mean, these guys will tell you in the chat. Last night's class was like 2.5 hours. I mean, it was like you're getting a lot of material in this to where you can probably take one of these classes and then work on the material for a month, a couple months if you wanted to, depending on your practice routine. But you get a video recording of the class, so you can go back and watch it. Pops in the folder a couple hours, 2 hours later, so you can watch it again the next day. Learning materials, tracks, $44. Yeah, it's a good deal. So, and they're fun. So, it's a really easy way to break out of your normal routine for sure.
Right on, Wes. Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, shall we wrap it up? Is it time for a burrito?
Yeah, or pizza.
Pizza.
I believe, Jim said, I believe if you start a half step below the root C sharp, you can play over the root on an altered dom, in this case, C altered dom.
Yeah, well, yeah. So if C, it depends on what C sharp is represented, right? But I guess it probably doesn't matter. But so if I start on C sharp and play my minor tetrachord, and then go to the flat 5, I get a diminished scale. If I start on the root and do a diminished tetrachord, which is half step, whole step, and play to that flat 5, they're the same notes, but with a different mindset. And then it's resolution. So, damn it, I'm going to start really practicing. All you got to do is practice 5 hours a day. That's all you need. All right, let's wrap this up. You know that song? Wes, you ever heard that?
No.
Anybody know what that is? I think Gail does. My Three Sons. I'm going to learn some more movie themes or TVs.
Don said My Three Sons.
Good boy, Don.
And then, by the way, Gordon requested Caliente, but you played West Side of Heaven instead. So, Gordon, we'll have to do Caliente next week for you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we'll get that together.
And thank you for everyone who gave me a tip. Appreciate it. Gerald just got in there. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And Rob. Appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate it, man.
Wes works very hard on this show, amongst other stuff. Thank you, Wes. So, hey, we'll see you guys next time, right?
Yeah, next week. Hit the like button.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you.